mean it isn't real. We know doctors that specialize in whiplash, sprains, strains, and tears. They can help us. Is coming true.
Are you guys ready?
Yes.
It's Wheel of Fortune!
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the stars of our show, Ryan Seacrest and Anna White.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate that. It's very nice. Thank you, Lady A. That was awesome. Yes, sir. You ready? Hello, you three. Are you ready? The tournament continues. Grab your devices here in a second. We're almost at the end of our first iHeartRadio week. One of you needs more than $12,800 to make it to tomorrow's finale. Devices in hand, the first toss-up worth $1,000. The category is Showbiz v. Dubs. We'll start us off on the board. Here we go.
That's awesome. Showbiz, the first category. A 5, 6, 7, 8.
Jeremy, a 5.
Yes.
7, 8. Yes, that is correct. Want to make sure we get the up. Yeah, up.
Oops.
Nolan, great to have you. Good luck. Grab your devices again. Second toss-up now worth
That's awesome.
$2,000. The category
See,
is
this is the next
Here we
category.
go.
Oh, and Mectus decides to lock me out. 14 of... $14 or 40.
Practice.
Fountain of Youth.
Don't we know it? That is correct. $2,000. We're in search of that.
Still searching.
For tonight's prize on the wheel, here's iHeartRadio's Mario Lopez to tell us all about it. Mario.
Hey, Mario Lopez here, and please come hang out with me here in LA. We'll have a lot of fun here at the On with Mario studio, and you'll get to see where I interview all your favorite celebs, and we'll just have a lot of fun. So good luck, and I hope to see you here.
It's a Hollywood extravaganza with a behind-the-scenes look at On with Mario and a tour of the best things to see in Los Angeles. $7,500. And someone at home can also win this exclusive Los Angeles VIP experience in our iHeartRadio giveaway. Enter tonight's bonus puzzle at wheeloffortune.com for your chance to be a true LA insider.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Here we go with the first round puzzle. The category is before and after. Take a look on the screen at home. And Mectus, you get to do the honor spin of the wheel.
Hey.
It's going to be number. It is
Once is short at the million.
Okay, Nolan. All right. You got there 600. T. Yes, we have a pair of T's to reveal. You're on the board with some cash. I'd like to buy a vowel. Which would you like? E. We have a pair of E's. I will spin again. Okay. Oh, yeah, we don't want that one. Jeremy, your turn.
Let's lose time to skip ya.
700. S. Yes. There are two S's. $1,400.
He said, come on, F.
And A. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 A's. $900. N. Yes, there are 3 N's. Here they come. He's on a roll. I'd like to buy a vowel.
Tell me.
I.
We have one eye right there. How's it going? $6.50.
L.
No, I'm afraid there's no L. Mectis, your turn.
Yeah. Oh.
Right.
The wild card, R. Yes, there are 3 R's, 500. A pop, grab the wild card. That is yours. You've got 2,000.
Oh, I know what it is. Sabrina Carpenter Ants.
All right.
Sabrina Carpenter Ants.
Sabrina
Yes.
Ants. He got there. Yeah, before you got 2,040. Hit wonder for this.
Your brain. Prevagen for your brain.
$10,000. Okay, Nolan just sharing with me he had a slice of Meat Lover's Pizza before the show tonight, so happy digestion. The category is one hit wonder for this round, and here we go, Nolan.
One hit wonder is the next category.
$500. R. Yeah, we have 2 R's. You're on the board.
I'd like to buy a vowel.
Which would you like?
E.
And we have 3 of those. Here they come. $500.
T.
2 T's coming at you. The mystery way.
H.
Yes, there is an H. That's $1,000 for the H or Nolan.
I'll pass. I don't want to lose this wild.
You don't want to lose a wild card. Okay, so you take the grand.
All right.
You could take the money and run.
$6.50.
N.
No, I'm afraid there's no N. So Jeremy, it's to you now.
It is the no, apparently.
That's a bummer when that happens. Make this.
It's beginning to look a lot like the Knicks players. Time for them
Can
to
I
take
get
the
an S,
turn.
We have 1 S. Now guess what you can do.
I can buy my vowel.
You sure can.
I can buy it. Can
Which
I
one?
get an A?
Yeah, 2 A's. So let those fill in. Take a good look.
Buy one, get one free. This is 2. Something about to buy.
You got there, 600.
An L.
Yes, there are 2 of those. Here they come.
It's a lot.
Can I
There's
buy
2.
an O?
We have a pair of O's to reveal. $6.50.
D?
We have 3 D's.
Ooh, those would be helpful.
Video.
Yes. How about 3 I's? No more vowels.
Is it video? Video killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star.
$700.
V.
Yes, there is a V.
Okay, I'd like to solve
Tell us.
video killed
Yes.
radio star.
That is the hit from the bubble. Zero. That's followed by 1. Up next we have 3. Your next number is 9, and your final winning number is 7. Again, those numbers are 0, 1, 3, 9, and 7. Good luck and play on, Georgia.
You're watching WSAV on your side.
Come on back in. It's
it's time for the prize puzzle.
Prize was around 20 games. Next category,
Take a good
Wheel
look
of
at it,
Fortune.
Jeremy. Get to start us off. 3,500. T. Yes, there are 2 T's. $7,000.
I'd like to buy a vowel.
Okay.
A.
And there is an A. $900.
R.
We have 1 R. $600.
S.
I'm
S
sorry,
is
we
in,
can't give you an S.
oh,
Next,
S
it's
is
your
in
turn.
skip, is school, is walkie teats, and shed. Play roulette, play roulette.
Yes, a couple of L's.
Play roulette.
Can I buy a vowel?
Which would you like?
An E?
Yeah, there are a couple of E's too.
I'd like to solve.
Okay.
Playing.
Yes!
I saw on your face. You knew it. You got it.
Let's not forget this. Oh, I'm going to Vegas. Yes.
This is like double the fun, Nick.
Well, no chance with $1 million tonight, but that's okay.
And your choice.
It's $10,000. We like that. Category is what are you doing?
Triple toss with sides of dollars each.
Let's go to the board.
What are you doing this next category?
Jer-
Oh, and Jeremy locked me out. Recording in the studio.
Recording in the studio.
No,
That is
recording in the studio.
Of course you knew that one. Number 2.
Sitting on a table.
Nectus.
Singing on a table.
No, that is not right. Sitting on a stage.
Singing on
Yes.
stage. Yes, that's good, but we don't have a stage. Why not use the table? Right? Get right up there and perform on that table. It's time for it. Number 3. Here it is.
Oh, Mactus, you locked me out.
This.
Singing off key in the car.
That is correct. You got it.
The off key in the car, yep.
Let's take a look at our next puzzle. The category is phrase.
Phrase,
Time
next
around.
category.
Here it is.
Speed up.
Sound means running tight on time. So Nectus, you get to give the wheel the final spin. Give it a good one. About $1,000 to where it lands. Consonants will be worth
$1,500 piece again. Phrase the category.
But they can help you out. The category is phrase, and Nectus, you'll lead us off. Go ahead.
S.
No S. Nolan. T.
S is a skip, is cool, is walkie teats and shed.
Jeremy.
R.
No R. Nectus to you.
B.
Yes. We have 1 B. Still a long way to go.
I can't
I can't believe it.
believe it.
I can't believe it.
Yes.
D, don't use. Eye injections like... HD today.
on your side.
Mech is here in the bonus round, coming back tomorrow night to play again for more, but let's give it a big spin as soon as we meet your team over here. I said hi to them. Who are they?
Yes, my lovely father and my absolutely amazing best friend.
Yes, we've had a little bit of a commercial break. We're ready for you to do some more.
Yes.
We're rooting for you. Give it a big spin. Let's try and get you $100,000. Maybe 75. Had a great night so far. Let's keep it going. Okay, it is
Hi, Americas.
right down here. And we'll get to work. You chose what are you doing? So we'll give you the RST.
She chose what are you doing?
You know. And then it will be your turn. So some clues there. We need 3 more consonants and just a vowel.
Okay. W, D, G, I.
Well, Ben is going to show you some more letters here. With those choices, some good ones.
That's
Take a look at
it.
it. Talk.
Practicing guitar. Practicing guitar chords.
If you need to, the category, what are you doing? You'll have 10 seconds. Good luck.
Straightening guitar chords. Stringing guitar chords. Playing.
Oh, you're so close. You got the bottom part. It's the top. Practicing.
Yes.
Chords. Nice try.
$40,000. Yes.
Really enjoyed you playing along. And you'll do it again tomorrow. So she'll come back. We'll see you tomorrow night, and Dan and I will be back right after this.
Thank you.
You were so close.
In case you missed it, here's tonight's bonus puzzle. Enter it at wheeloffortune.com for your chance to win in our iHeartRadio giveaway.
We have been building up all week to get to tomorrow night in this tournament week. We got Andrew coming back. Jay will return. And obviously tonight, Mektis will be back for you tomorrow night. It's the grand finale, tournament finale, where the contestants will play with some super cool musical superstar artists.
That's right, so you do not want to miss it. Stay tuned tomorrow night.
See you then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
From the Alex stage at Sony Pictures Studios, this is Jeopardy! Today's contestants are chemists from Modesto, California, Kat Donahoe. A trivia host and chemist from Portland, Oregon, Dave Whitmayer. And our returning champion, a law student originally from Tupelo, Mississippi, Andrew Hayes, whose one-day cash winnings total $25,200. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Ken Jennings.
Thank you, Johnny. Welcome to Jeopardy, where, for the first time this week, we have a new returning champion in Andrew Hayes, who, after his dominant win yesterday, chalked up his Jeopardy buzzer prowess to all the video games he played as a kid. They're finally paying off for you. That's great. Let's see how his buzzer skills stack up today against Dave and Kat. Best of luck to all three of you. Here we go into the Jeopardy round. Your categories are: first, California history. Then, my sport is my nickname. Mystery loves company. Followed by rhyme time, games, and going to pieces. Andrew, select.
My sport is my nickname 1000.
Ken Watson skipped his rink to 3 Brier titles and was on 32 major Bonspiel winners. So you know he was Mr. This. Kat.
What is hockey?
No, I'm sorry.
Not hockey.
Close. He was Mr. Curly.
Mr. Curly, this is what
Back
we're
to you,
looking
Andrew.
for. Mystery loves company 1000.
8 paragraphs in on The Thin Man, he narrates, my glass was empty. I asked what she wanted to drink. She said scotch and soda. Andrew.
Who is Nick
Was
Charles?
Nick Charles?
That's right, good for a
One
thousand.
time for 1000.
A slothful Shasta. Dave.
What's a lazy hazy?
No, I'm sorry. Andrew. Kat?
Easy, nice try, but that
Shasta's a
is
kind of daisy.
incorrect.
Lazy daisy.
Lazy Daisy is
Andrew,
what
back to
you're
you.
looking
Games
for.
for 1000.
Games for
Like
1000.
square pizza, a popular system of chest defense gets its name from this Mediterranean island. Dave.
What is Sicily?
That's correct.
Can we do games for 800?
In 1982, an Oregon man was acquitted of gambling charges when a judge ruled this stones and dice game was one of skill, not chance. Dave.
What is Jax?
No.
Jack's overcredibly no.
Backgammon. It's a game of
Backgammon
skill.
is what
Dave?
we're looking for.
Let's do California history for 800.
Answer. Daily double. You can wager up to 1,000.
Can't bet negative 800. Okay.
Well, you'd have to be wrong to get any money, so...
How about let's do the whole 1000?
Okay, betting 1,000. You'll be on the plus side if you're correct. Here's your clue in California history. Midwest transplants included Robert Stroud, known as this, inaccurately, as he couldn't bring his canaries from Leavenworth.
Who is the Birdman of Alcatraz?
That's correct.
Birdman of Alcatraz, yes!
Let's do California history for 1000.
Strengthening Spain's control of California, this Franciscan monk founded his first mission in San Diego in 1769. Andrew.
Who is
Was
Junipero
Watch
Serra?
Up Hero
That's correct,
Sarah.
1,000.
Was my nickname for
Recipient of a
800.
CBE and the Order of the Rising Sun, George Kerr is Mr. This martial art of throws and pins. Dave.
What is judo?
He's Mr. Judo.
Mystery loves company for 600.
Poodle Springs, an unfinished Philip Marlowe novel by this author, was completed 30 years later by Robert B. Parker. Kat.
Who is Chandler?
Correct.
Game 600.
The name of this game comes from Chinese for sparrows or little birds, which you may see on some of the tiles. Dave.
What is mahjong?
That's right.
Games for 200.
Run in and bust your pals out of jail. Dash back into your territory with your enemy's symbolic property to win this outdoor game. Andrew.
Was capture the flag going to pieces with 1,000.
Going 18,000 miles per hour, defunct satellites, missile fragments, and parts of rockets are among the space junk termed this, OD for short. Andrew.
Was orbital detritus.
No, I'm sorry. Dave.
What is orbital debris?
That is
Correct.
correct.
For 800.
Reese's Pieces got a big boost in sales after appearing in this film. The script had specified M&M's, Spielberg's favorite candy. Kat.
What is E.T.?
Right.
California History 600?
Known as Roosevelt Highway when it opened in 1929, it's now both State Route 1 and this Oceanic Road.
Dave.
What is the Pacific Coast Highway?
Correct.
My sport is my nickname for 400.
Netflix's Untold anthology includes an episode about Johnny Manziel titled Johnny This. Dave.
What is football?
He was Johnny Football, yes. You're in the lead with 36.
Time to take a first commercial break.
She's a chemist. I want to hear about one chemistry experiment in particular, an alcoholic one.
Yeah, a bottle of maple syrup that I had opened, used a couple times, and then had gotten pushed to the back of the pantry as things happen. Yeah, the cap had crusted over a bit. So I was like, that's interesting. And when I opened it up, I found that it had fermented because of the closed crust and some natural yeast from when I opened it.
I'm glad a chemist can explain to us what's happening here. And so you were the inventor of what? Maple syrup wine, I guess?
Yeah.
Did you try it?
I did try it. It was very sweet. I had to cut it with some.
I mean, I wouldn't. You don't want a wine glass of it.
Yeah,
How is it on
I
waffle? Like, is it fun at brunch?
A little funky.
Oh, okay. You sound like you're not sold.
Need some work.
Dave Woodmayer from Portland, Oregon is also a chemist, and it seems like you're trying to one-up Kat because you're a trivia host and a chemist. Does that rank higher?
Right now, yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it's kind of helping me here, I think.
Your parents are also trivia folks, right? Tell us about their Jeopardy careers.
Yeah, I've been raised around Jeopardy my whole life. My dad was on Jeopardy in the early 90s, and my mom was on in 2001. So it's pretty cool to follow that legacy.
Did you get tips? Like, were you raised, like, to be a Jeopardy champion, do you feel like?
Just learn the buzzer.
They scared you about the buzzer. That was your boogeyman from the age.
My dad only got in on 14 questions. He got every one of them right. But he was up against one of those 5-time champions, Jerome Barrett, and got rolled. Yeah.
Well, whatever great Santini-style childhood you had, like, it's working because you're doing very well right now.
Thank you, Ken.
Andrew Hayes is back with us. Our champ is a law student from Tupelo, Mississippi. Tell us about the beginning of your stage career. The Alex Trebek stage is not your debut.
No, that's right, Ken. I'm a little bit of a recovering theater kid, and it started early. I was born in October, and my mom enrolled me for my first Christmas in our Baptist church's Christmas pageant. And I was a very big baby. I was almost 10 pounds, and then I was like 25 pounds at 2 months or something like that. I was very, very big. So
your first role is as
the infant
a
Jesus.
very chunky Jesus?
Yes. Some of the photos that production produced include a very strained looking Virgin Mary.
Very unhappy Virgin Mary.
Yeah.
You're doing well here. Dave has command of the board now. Pick up your signaling devices and make a selection, Dave.
Can we do my sport is my nickname for 600?
In 2024, the sports world was shocked by the death of the Columbus Blue Jackets' Johnny Gaudreau, a.k.a. Johnny This. Dave.
What is hockey?
Johnny Hockey, yes.
Mystery Loves Company for 800.
In a 2005 book, a woman who's been missing for 40 years is tracked by another sporting this title piece of body art. Cat.
What is the dragon tattoo?
Correct.
Rhyme time 800.
An edible crustacean gangster. Cat.
What is a lobster mobster?
It is.
Rhyme time 600.
A sturdy nightstand. Cat.
Oh, what is a hardy... Nope.
No, I'm sorry. Andrew.
She does not know.
It's a stable
table is what we're looking for.
Cat, back to you.
What about going to pieces 600?
All the king's men are not up to the task of reassembling him from his pieces. Cat.
Who is Humpty Dumpty?
You're right.
Mystery 400.
In Black Betty, it's not so easy for this Walter Mosley detective when his friend Mouse shows up after getting out of the slammer. Andrew.
Who is Easy Rollins?
Yes.
Rhyme time for 400.
A less risky thin cracker. Dave.
What is a safer wafer?
You got there.
Rhyme time for 2.
A traditional woman's cloth hat worn to recite a 14-line poem. Dave.
What is a sonnet bonnet?
Right again.
Going to pieces for 400.
Take stock as pieces of paper rain down from buildings in New York during this type of parade. Andrew?
Was the ticker tape parade? Games of 400.
Released in 1996, the 64 version of this video game series...
1080, 1080, 1080.
Dave?
What is Super Mario?
What
is Mario?
No,
No!
I'm sorry. And
1080.
franchise is Super Mario Brothers.
Oh,
Back to
Super
you.
Mario Brothers.
400.
California
In the
History
early
for
20th
400.
century, the state got more than half its revenue from these, later to be limited by the 1978 yes vote on Proposition 13. Dave,
What are taxes?
can you be more
What are
specific?
sales taxes?
No, I'm sorry. Cat.
What are property?
Not taxes.
California History 200?
In summer 1963, a religious crusade led by Reverend Billy Graham at this LA venue drew nearly 1 million attendees. Cat.
What is the Staples Center?
It is not. Andrew or Dave?
Staples
Andrew.
Center, good guess,
Also not the Rose
was
Bowl.
not what we were looking for.
Dave?
Was the Rose Bowl?
Not gonna try it. That's the
No,
Coliseum.
that
you're looking at.
is
Cat, back to you. 3 clues left.
incorrect.
Going to pieces
Coliseum
200.
is what we were looking for.
Cut pieces are assembled in a pattern to create this type of art. Andrew.
What is
Was
stained
stained
glass?
glass? Mystery Loves Company for 200.
A passage from this Gillian Flynn novel living up to its title. Amy, you home? I ran straight upstairs. No, Amy. Andrew.
What is
Was
Gargoyle?
That's right. Here's the last
The last
and
clue.
My sport is my nickname. Towering over foes of 1950 at 6 foot 10 inches, George Mikan was Mr. This Sport. Andrew.
Was basketball?
Was basketball?
That's right. You guessed it from the height. Mr.
And
Basketball.
Cap's gonna start first in Double Jeopardy.
news for Dave heading into Double Jeopardy.
For your brain.
I am Tony Hawk, and like many of you, I take a statin to reduce cholesterol. But statins can also deplete CoQ10 levels. That's why my doctor recommended Cunol CoQ10. Cunol, the brand I trust.
Some good news for Dave heading into Double
All
Jeopardy.
this no
Super Mario
music.
is correct, so he gets $800 back on his score. Cal will be selecting first in Double Jeopardy. Here are your categories, players. First, there's no A in country, and there's also no A in the names of each country you'll name. Then we have a brief medical talk. That's single life. Followed by Latin class, economics, and with or without.
With or without the quotation marks.
Looks good.
How about brief medical talk 1200?
Coming before protein and suction, it means fat. Andrew?
What is
With
lipo?
lipo,
Yes.
there's no A country for 2000.
Benin is the only country without an A that borders this 5-letter nation. Mali, Chad, and 4 others failed the test. Andrew?
What is Niger?
Was
right.
Niger, no A country for 1600. All the daily double.
And you just moved into the lead, Andrew.
Let's do
3000, please.
All right, you'll have 8,600 if you're correct. There's no A in country. North of the Arctic Circle, Mount Kebna rises nearly 7,000 feet. That's the tallest peak in this nation.
What is Sweden?
Sweden is correct.
Was
Yes.
Sweden? Yes!
The other Nordic countries all have A's. You have 8,600.
Brief medical
Beat belt talk was
1600.
1600.
Let's not gloss over the fact that gloss pertains to this body part. Dave?
What is the tongue?
That's it.
Brief medical talk for 2000.
Before SIS, these 7 letters refer to a blood clot. David?
What is THROMBO?
Thrombo, that's right.
Latin class for 1200.
Answer. Daily double now for you.
It's there's the other daily double.
And look at this game, just 200 separating you and Andrew.
Let's do 4200.
All right, for the lead, here's your clue in Latin class. On Daniel Day-Lewis's Latin filmography, Novem, 9, Pes Sinister Meus, my left foot, and In Nomine Patris, this.
What is in the name of the Father?
That's the movie.
His name with the father, yes!
Let's do Latin class for 16.
Some philosophers think there's no such thing as this Latin-named type of knowledge that's independent of experience. What is a priori
Pure knowledge is what we're looking for.
Latin class for 2000.
It sounds like 12 guilt deciders, but it means by legal right. Cat.
What is de jure?
De jure is right, yes.
Let's do medical talk 800.
4 letters long, it can refer to a child or a foot. Dave.
What is pedo?
Yes, or petty, that's right.
There's no A in country for 1200.
Its embassy in Washington, D.C. notes that this principality is roughly the geographic size of Washington, D.C. Cat.
What is No.
No, I'm sorry, Dave.
What is Liechtenstein?
Liechtenstein is correct.
Economics for 1200.
Alfred E. Kahn wrote a classic work on the economics of this, government rulemaking, that Elon Musk and Neil Gorsuch don't like. Andrew.
What is
administrative
law?
Administrative law?
Dave.
No.
Legislation? That's also
That
incorrect.
is incorrect. Legislation?
He wrote about regulation.
Ooh,
Back to you, Dave.
sorry. Regulation is what we're looking for.
Central banks set this policy using interest rates. In 2024, Fed head Powell said our restrictive one eased inflation. Andrew.
What is monetary
What is
policy?
monetary policy? Economics in 2000.
Unemployment figures omit people no longer job hunting, called not dejected or disheartened, but these workers. Andrew.
What discouraged workers?
You had 2000.
With or without for 2000.
Sadly, all 3 stars who played the leads in this film, Sal Mineo, Natalie Wood, and James Dean, would meet tragic ends. Andrew.
Was Rebel without a clause? With or without for 1600?
For 7 seasons, Anthony LaPaglia and Poppy Montgomery played FBI agents seeking those who had vanished this tidal way. Dave.
What is without a trace?
Correct.
With or without for 1200.
It's what Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis are in a 2011 film. Dave.
What is friends with benefits?
Right again.
With or without for 800.
It was Peg and Al Bundy's title status. Cat.
What is married with children?
They were.
With or without 400?
Social media star Charlie D'Amelio put her moves to the test to win season 31 of this competition.
I know this one. Was Dancing with the Stars.
Andrew.
What is Dancing with the Stars?
You got it.
Yes.
Single Life for 2000?
Single Life for 2000.
Ending his engagement to Regina Olsen, this Danish thinker never married. In his will, he left her everything. Dave.
Who's Kierkegaard?
You are correct.
Single Life for 1600.
The decline and fall of this historian's engagement to Suzanne Kirchhoff came at the urging of his father. He never did marry. Andrew.
Was Gibbons?
No, I'm sorry.
No, sorry.
Close, Andrew, but it's Edward Gibbon.
Edward Gibbon is what we're looking for.
Roman Empire. Back to you, Dave.
That's Single Life for 1200.
Life imitated art for this never-married screen icon, famous for insisting, I want to be alone. Cat.
Who is Garbo?
Yes.
Latin class 800.
A bumpy ride in an airplane might have you grateful to be back on this solid ground. Dave.
What is terra firma?
You got it.
Latin class for 400.
Pax et amor, part of the motto of Miles College, means this, which Ringo Starr can get behind. Dave.
What is love and peace? Or peace and love?
Yeah, that's right. I think Ringo says peace and love.
Yeah.
Back to you.
A brief medical talk for 400.
Before globin or philia, it means blood. Cat.
What is Hema?
Yes.
No A in country 800?
Luzon and Mindoro are two of the more than 7,000 islands and islets in this republic. Cat.
What are the Philippines?
Yes.
No A in country 400?
Part of its eastern coast is on the Gulf of Aqaba. Dave.
What is Yemen?
No. Andrew or Cat?
Yemen.
That's Egypt.
Nice try, but that is incorrect. Egypt is what we're looking
This 5th century
for.
author of Confessions chose the unmarried life of a priest, though not before fathering an illegitimate son. Andrew.
Would say Augustine. Economics are 800.
Countries like Panama have established FTZs, these zones that are exempt from certain tariffs and customs duties. Cat?
What are duty free?
No. Dave?
What are free
Duty
trade zones?
free.
Right.
Ooh,
for 400.
soy.
The total market
Free
value
trade
of all goods and
zones. Yep.
services that a country produces is this overall measure of annual economic output. Dave?
What is GNP?
Yes, or GDP. Final clue? Despite a parade of suitors, both foreign and domestic, she was the only English queen upon whom a ring was never put. Andrew.
Was Elizabeth the
You are
first?
correct.
Final Jeopardy
now. Here's
time.
your category. World.
World Museums is the final Jeopardy category.
This is the category, and here's the clue. Located on Cromwell Road and home to more than 2.8 million objects, it bears in part the name of a cousin of a British queen. 30 seconds. Good luck.
Was the Victoria and Albert Museum.
Kat Donahoe has $5,400 at the moment. What museum did you come up with, Kat?
Tate, we
is, I'm afraid,
know.
You wagered everything but
$5,398. She drops to $2.
$13,000. He wrote down
the Victoria and Albert Museum.
They
No.
were married, but they were also first cousins. What did you add, Andrew? You seem surprised.
So till what he drops to. Oh, they'll take that. Yes.
To come up with the V&A.
They'll take that.
Victoria and Albert. No, the
Royal Alexandria, we know that's wrong.
5801, knocking him to second place, and Andrew Hayes coming. The Tate is, I'm afraid, not correct.
No.
He wagered everything but
$5,098. She drops to
$2. The champion Andrew Hayes had $13,000. He wrote down the Victoria
Albert Museum.
And that's correct. They were married, but they were also first cousins. What did you add, Andrew? You seem surprised.
So deal one, he goes up to $20,201.
To come up with the V&A. Did he know it was Victoria and Albert?
He missed it, and he is still the champion.
5801, knocking him to second.